Have you ever wondered what it's like to be you? The colors you see, the pain you feel, the taste of your favorite food, all of that is your consciousness doing its magic. But here's the puzzle. Neuroscience can map neurons and brain waves. But can it truly explain why those signals become your subjective experience? Today, we dive into one of the deepest mysteries. Can science explain consciousness? What is consciousness? Consciousness is more than wakefulness or reacting to stimuli. It's your inner life, the experience of being you. Philosophers call it qualia, the redness of red, the sting of pain, the joy of laughter. Modern science defines a related concept, neural correlates of consciousness, NCCs, the minimal brain activity needed for a conscious experience. But notice, correlates are relations, not explanations. Just because we know which neurons fire during pain doesn't tell us why that firing becomes that feeling. The hard problem versus easy problem. Philosopher David Chalmers split the challenge. The easy problems, how the brain integrates information, reports states, focuses attention. Science can study those. The hard problem, why those processes produce subjective experience, rather than being dark, unconscious machine. Many theories attempt to bridge this, but none have fully closed the gap. Some accept the mystery and focus on mapping correlations. Others propose bold new ideas. Quantum processes, information integration, predictive coding, attention models, leading theories of consciousness, integrated information theory, IIT. Proposed by Giulio Tononi, IIT suggests consciousness is the amount of integrated information in the system, symbolized by phi. The more unified and causally connected a system is, the higher its consciousness. But critics say it's hard to falsify. Also, computing phi for a human brain is practically impossible. B. Global Workspace Theory, GWT. This theory imagines a stage in the brain where information is broadcast widely. When a signal enters this workspace, it becomes conscious. Other areas access it. C. Attention Schema Theory. Michael Graziano's proposal. Your brain builds a simplified internal model of its own attention, an attention schema, and mistakes that model for awareness. That internal model leads you to believe you have consciousness. D. Quantum/Penrose-Hameroff Orchestra or. Some researchers argue that consciousness isn't classical computation, but emerges from quantum states in neurons, microtubules processing quantum collapse events. Critics argue the brain is too warm and noisy for quantum coherence. E. Damasio's multilayer model. Antonio Damasio argues consciousness arises through interaction between brain, body, and environment. He sees it in layers, from basic awareness, core consciousness, to autobiographical self, extended. No single theory has gained consensus yet, and that's part of the mystery. 4. Why science struggles. 1. Subjectivity versus objectivity. Science studies what can be measured and observed. Consciousness is first person. You feel red, but no one else experiences your red. This mismatch is fundamentally hard. 2. Complexity and scale. The brain has 86 billion neurons, trillions of synapses. Even mapping all correlations is a gargantuan task. 3. Emergence and explanatory gap. Even if we model correlations, why should they feel like anything? This explanatory gap remains. 4. Multiple levels. Consciousness could be emergent from physics, chemistry, networks, attention mechanism, body feedback, a multi-layer phenomenon. Recent experiments challenge old assumptions. A study involving 256 participants tested two major theories, finding stronger consciousness signatures in sensory brain areas rather than frontal regions. It suggests we may need to rethink existing frameworks. 5. Practical implications and future. Why care about consciousness? Because this mystery matters. Medical diagnosis. Patients in coma or vegetative states might be conscious but undetected. Better models could save lives. Artificial intelligence and ethics. If we can define consciousness, we'll know when machines deserve moral status. Mental health and meditation. Understanding how awareness arises can help therapies for depression, anxiety, dissociation. Future theories. Predictive coding and models of controlled hallucination. Your brain predicts the world, are gaining ground. Consciousness might be your mind guessing itself into existence. Conclusion and hook-forward. Consciousness might never be fully explained, but science is narrowing the mystery. We may never find the soul switch, but we're getting better at sensing where consciousness emerges from. Next time you feel you, paused in your inner world, remember, there's a high-stakes mystery unfolding inside your skull. So what's next? Can machines ever be conscious? Can we measure consciousness non-invasively? In our next video, we'll explore those frontiers. Until then, stay curious, stay conscious.